So I was creating a video all on the wonderful merits of Claude and how you can use it in your consulting practice, and then this happened. Why is it doing nothing? Why? This is really bizarre because Claude is just not doing anything. Have you ever wondered which tool is better between ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini? Hey, if you're a solo entrepreneur like me and you're a consultant, there are many tools that are available to you, and you can go down a long rabbit hole of trying to explore all of them, or you can watch this video for the next, say, 15 to 20 minutes and learn from my experiences, kind of what I learned, what best practices are, and maybe give you some instruction as to where you can go with your journey into AI or your foray into using AI tools. Now, let me just share my screen with you. There we go. So the first thing you're going to see when you log into Claude, and if you're not familiar with Claude, Claude is just, it's actually probably taking over now ChatGPT for users. ChatGPT was kind of the original AI tool that we all used when AI first became a thing a couple of years ago. And if you were fortunate enough to get in and start using it, it was definitely an eye-opener. It was an opportunity to play with a tool that you really weren't quite sure what to do with. But I quickly found that there are differences between ChatGPT and Claude. And the best way to describe the difference between the two is ChatGPT is really good at giving you instructions. I look at it as sort of a good writing tool. It writes a lot of emails for me, especially if I'm pissed off at a client and I don't want to come across as pissed off, or if I don't like an email that somebody has sent me and I'm in a negotiation, I'll typically, I'll start a chat or a thread in either ChatGPT or Claude, and I'll pick the one tool that I want to stay in. And in this case, I would use Claude, and I would start having a history of that conversation so that it was giving me emails to send back to the other individual or the other party that weren't emotionally driven. Because I think that's the one thing when you're in business for yourself, if you struggle at all and you find those pressures getting to you eventually, it's really helpful to have ChatGPT or Claude at your disposal. I do use both because it's your sounding board. It is your voice of reason. When you set it up properly, it knows the output to help you reach your goals. So quite often, like I said, if I'm pissed off at somebody, I'll send any email, I'll run it through ChatGPT before I ever send it out to a client, because sometimes you just got to shake your head and go, this is nuts, and I need somebody better than me to be writing this right now. So when you look at setting up Claude, just go to Claude.ai. It's going to bring up a widget that you have to download. It's a little bit different from ChatGPT, where you just type into the browser, ChatGPT, and up it comes. With Claude, you got to download the tool, have the icon on your desktop, open up the tool, and here it is. So the first thing I would do is I would go in and I would click on Dave Bazanko, my account. Here we go. And the first thing I would do is go to settings. And just like we talked about in ChatGPT, you have an opportunity here to give some basic instructions. And the thing that I ask for it to do is to always ask clarifying questions and challenge my ideas if you don't agree with me, because I want it never to be afraid to push back. That simple instruction, again, removes the dopamine effect from your tool. It removes the, I'm going to say yes to everything that you put forth and say you're a genius and you're brilliant, because that just fuels the dopamine in your brain. You think, oh my God, I must be super intelligent, because Claude and ChatGPT are telling me I'm a super intelligent guy. No, I ask it to challenge all of my assumptions. So the very first chat, just like with ChatGPT, I put in, I gave it my master prompt. I told it everything about me, about my business, about my strengths, my weaknesses, my background. So it knew everything it possibly could. I think the document or that chat would have been about 5 pages long by the time I was done with it. And the beautiful part about that is it parses that information and it goes, okay, now I got a sense of who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. Here's a business plan for you. I'm going to act as a chief operating officer. I'm going to give you everything you need to support your day-to-day business operations. So the reason why I moved from ChatGPT, which is really good analytical thinking and really good at, I find at reading documents, creating emails, I found Claude to be really good at client-facing and creating artifacts and client-facing PDFs that I felt ChatGPT was really struggling with. So I moved my $30 a month subscription from ChatGPT, went back to the free version, and now I pay for Claude. Now the difference is I've built some artifacts in Claude that I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. And when I built those artifacts, I then went to my clients and I said, hey, just sign up for Claude. They had never heard of it before. And I tried to build the artifacts with them inside of Claude and quickly realized that I hit a threshold. Just like there are thresholds with the free account in GPT, there are thresholds with the free account in Claude. And one of those main thresholds is you can only ask so many questions inside of a conversation thread or a chat thread, and then it shuts off for, I think, 12 hours before you can ask another question, which is really super annoying, especially when you're in the midst of sort of a brainstorming session. So I opted to go for the paid version of Claude. And again, I think it cost me around $30 a month for that. And here's the beautiful part about what I'm doing in Claude right now. I'm building a couple of things. Let's go to, I'll go to Claude Cowork first. So this is the chat menu. Here's Cowork. I haven't actually gotten into code yet because I'm not a coder. I don't even know what to do with that yet. But I did create inside of Cowork a scheduled report for me every Monday morning. And this scheduled report, I think as a consultant, is huge for you, because the thing you can ask it is, what is happening inside of my industry? How is AI impacting my industry? What disruption is happening in my industry over the last week? And give me the bullet points, give me a one-pager overview of what I need to pay attention to and how it's going to impact my clients and my niche. So I get this report every Monday morning at 7 o'clock waiting for me to review. This is gold because it saves me hours of sifting through and wondering, well, how would that relate to my client? It does all that for me. So now all I have to do is read the brief. So that is a huge time saver. So if you're using Cowork, this is something that you can use, and I believe you can do this on the free program. I did this as I was in the paid program, but you should be able to use Cowork and do this in the free program. The only thing is your computer has to be turned on and running for it to run this report for you. Now let's go back to chat for a second. Chat, again, is where I start all of my email threads. The same thing as in GPT. I will start a conversation, and when I get to the point that I've built out something or created an asset or an artifact, I'll say, okay, give me the instructions. I'm going to start a new thread so that we're starting fresh, and all I have now is not the theoretical part, because you're going to remember that anyway. I just want the tool so that we don't get bogged down in a very, very, very long chat thread that takes way too much time for chat to respond to. So I'll give you a couple examples. I created a social media artifact. And what this does here is it gives me the opportunity to create a post generator. So if I open this, nope, I'm going to cancel that. I don't want to open it there. I am actually going to do this differently. I am going to say here, just open the post generator in this file. And what it's going to do, hit enter, hit enter. What it's going to do is going to think for a second, it's going to open this up for me. And what this has done is I've asked it to, come on, why is that unavailable? Okay, this is actually a good example of some of the struggles that you go through with Claude or with any AI tool. And I think it's really important to remember every AI tool is new. So right now I've created this post generator inside of Claude. The artifact isn't currently working and it's asking what's the problem. I'm just saying I'll just say it's just not opening. Build my video, and here we go. It should be showing you something. And I'm wondering, I just got to wonder if chat or Claude is having an issue, because it stalled out on our last request in the other channel and now it's stalling out again. Why are you stalling? Well, honestly, I'm going to do a search. This is actually, let's do this in real time because this is kind of annoying me. Let me go back into, I'm going to go back into here and we're going to go into Gemini. We'll try our third AI tool. Is there something going on with Claude right now? It's not responding to my chats. Okay, so This is really interesting. So in real time right now, hey, this is the life of a consultant. Today I have targeted the whole day to do videos about how to use AI tools. And here's the reality that I tell all of my clients, because we use AI tools and software all the time, is that there are going to be glitches, there are going to be bugs, there are going to be blackouts, especially when updates happen and those updates don't jive with the software platform that that software is built on, or the operating software that platform is built on. There are issues. So right now, it is actually saying, I've been trying to do this video with you guys, and it's saying Claude's been experiencing recent unacknowledged back-end glitches and elevated error spikes. So basically what it's doing right now is asking me to switch from a desktop to a web browser. It's asking me to do a whole bunch of fixes here that I'm not going to do right now with you folks on this video. But when Claude is working properly, and again, what am I going to do? Like, this is reality, this is life, this is real time. Right now, it is stuck. And yeah, so you can see right now, we're in the middle of a technology glitch with Claude, in the middle of creating a video about how wonderful Claude is. Look, I think this just really nails a point home, and that is that with technology, there's going to be glitches. I rely on this tool daily. This is the first time since I've been paying for Claude in over 2 months that I've ever experienced this. Ironically, on the day that I'm doing a video about how Claude works. But as you can see, I've got artifacts built in here. I've got projects built in here that are giving me reports on Monday morning. I've got all kinds of threads. It gives me all kinds of social or assets. It builds out assets for me. If you're a consultant and you're basically working by yourself, this stuff is gold. The fact that it can pump all this out literally and figuratively in literally seconds, and all you got to do is review it, copy and paste it into your email campaign, and away you go. Look, I wish this could have been a more interactive video with Claude, but it seems to be DOA right now, and I guess that's something they'll have to fix on the back end, and hopefully they'll be up and running again in a short order of time. But yeah, I don't even know where to go with that. This video, maybe it was crap, maybe you got enough out of this. Listen, leave a comment in the comments below. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a situation where technology just crapped out on you? You didn't know what to do. I can tell you from working from a software company, this is what happens. You've got your dev team, your development team. Clients have problems all the time. The software doesn't act as expected. There are exponentially new updates happening all the time in the software that I use. And eventually bugs creep in because, again, the operating software that the software was built on, if those two things don't jive when the updates happen, they've got to triage the bugs, find the bugs, fix the bugs. And it doesn't always happen at the rate that you would like it to. We live in a world of immediate gratification, and sometimes things aren't as immediate as we would like. Okay, I think that's enough for this video. If you've ever experienced anything like this before, drop it in the comments below. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you want me to redo this video, I kind of went over the basics of what you need to do and showing you some of the results you get from it. But if you want me to go over this in more detail again, just drop me a note and say, hey, Dave, this was crap. Do it again. And I will do that. If you're considering becoming a member of our community, would love it if you subscribe to the channel. That's just going to help other consultants who are starting up their practices learn about our channel and maybe find some tools that can help them as well. And yeah, if you're considering becoming a consultant, the backbone of my software, my consultancy is on High Level. That is part of my strategy as a consultancy. I've got the day-to-day clients that I work with, and I've got my affiliates that are consultants that come in to High Level, and I teach them how to use High Level for their consultancies, for their consulting practices behind the scenes. So if you want to be a part of that community, just use the link below in the description. You'll get a 30-day free trial of the High Level software, and yeah, that's kind of how we grow our community. So you know the deal. We'll see you in the next video, and I think the next video we're going to be talking about will be, I think it was Canva, but yeah, it's going to be one of those videos. Bye for now. What do you think, Ralph? Was that a good one? Oh, was it super boring? I don't know. I think it was a good video. What do you think? You don't look impressed.